Universidad John F. Kennedy presenta su programa El futuro está en tus manos, con la conducción de la doctora Yuri Castro.
Muy buenos días, bienvenidos otra vez al programa Tu futuro está en tus manos con JFK University. Yo soy la doctora Judy Castro, soy gerente con la universidad. Esta mañana tenemos a la señora Mindy Bergeron, es directora del Departamento de Financial Aid, Departamento de Asistencia para poder seguir nuestros estudios. Este programa se enfoca para proveer información educativa, información para nuestra comunidad de habla hispana, para estudios, oportunidades que se encuentran especialmente en la Universidad de JFK. Así que vamos a hablar sobre muchos temas y hemos hablado ya los temas de el programa de IEL, que es el programa para empresistas. Y de ahí también hemos hablado sobre el por qué la universidad está ofreciendo programas y oportunidades para la comunidad hispana. Otra vez, si ustedes tienen alguna pregunta, por favor, llamen al estudio. Y el teléfono aquí del estudio es el 925, 289 71. Y también, si ustedes quieren hablar sobre un tema específico, por favor, mándenos un correo electrónico a tufuturo@jfku.edu. Así que vamos a estar aquí pendientes con ustedes para que se comuniquen. Esta información es para ustedes porque hemos hablado mucho en el cual la comunidad hispana, latina, se sabe que es la mayoría aquí en el estado de California, pero somos la minoría cuando llegamos al punto de hacer decisiones estatales, locales o también en nuestras escuelas. Así que es para que nosotros empecemos a tomar o poder poner primer puesto para poder avanzar. Así que es algo que nuestra comunidad debemos de tratar para poder progresar. Y también hemos hablado aquí en este programa de que vamos a llegar al punto que vamos a hacer el 40% en la nación. Así que ustedes, nosotros, debemos de tomar el primer paso para poder avanzar. Ahora, vamos a hablar con la señora Mindy y vamos a hacer el programa en inglés, pero si hay puntos que quiero yo ofrecerles o si tienen ustedes alguna pregunta, por favor llámenos. Señora Mindy, welcome.
Thank you.
Please tell us, if I'm a student in the audience right now, I'm thinking about going back to school. Where do I start beyond the application? I need help financially.
Well, just come on down to the financial aid office. We're located in the main building in Pleasant Hill on the second floor, or you can email us at finaid@jfku.edu. That's FINAID @jfku.edu, or call us 925-969-3385, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We pride ourselves on our personal touch.
Personal touch.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to help me figure out this whole financial aid.
Yes, it's actually not as scary as everyone thinks.
Okay, good.
The student's going to complete the FAFSA, the FAFSA, or the free application for federal student aid.
What is this FSAT?
FAFSA. Any college in the nation is going to ask you to complete the FAFSA. What it does is you're going to complete your income information for the previous award year. Like right now, if you're starting in fall 2014, you're going to be doing the 14-15 FAFSA. And it's going to be based on your 2013 income. And the less income, actually the better for you in many ways.
And what does that do? Does it qualify me for very specific?
Yeah, once we get the FAFSA response back, and at JFK, if you complete the JFKU supplemental application for 2014-15, with those two documents, we can determine how much financial aid you're going to get, for your time in school. And the FAFSA gives us an expected family contribution number. So it's a code number, I guess you could say, to help us determine how much financial aid you're going to be able to get.
So, is there a maximum as far as what I can get? I mean, do I apply to just one, or are there others?
Well, if you use the FAFSA and the JFK supplemental, that applies for all the programs available
within the university?
Within the university.
Okay.
And for an undergraduate student, you're going to be eligible possibly for a Pell Grant. That's free money that you're going to get. The California State Grant is, again, free money. And we have a federal work study, possibly getting a job on campus. And we have the student loans, which are low interest loans. And 80% of our students at JFKU use some form of financial aid to get through the university.
Can you elaborate for me? Because I know my ears are perking when we hear free money. What does that mean to the student?
Free money means you don't have to repay the financial aid back.
So there's no loan burden?
There's no loan burden. Once you get the money each term you're at JFK, and once you're out of school, you don't have to repay that money.
Excellent. But I have to be at a certain, because you just said the less money you have made in 2013, the better it will be. So am I showing my personal income, or am I showing my parents' income?
That's a good question. At JFK, we mainly have older students. If you're over 24 years old, or if you're a graduate student, you only use your income. Your parents don't get involved. And since most of our programs are transferring into a junior undergraduate year, you're going to be considered independent, so the parents do not have to get involved.
Excellent. So it is what I have done in the previous year.
If you're over 24 or in a graduate program, it's just about you.
Okay. Is there a situation maybe where I would need my parents?
Not.
If I'm a fast track student?
Yeah, I guess if you're under 24 and you're an undergraduate and you have no kids, or you're not married, then you would be considered a dependent student, and you might get your parents' information involved in the application process. But very few of our students have that. The parents might also be if you get into the student loans, the parents might be a co-signer, but that's rare.
Okay, all right. So as far as the requirements for the Pell Grant, and what does Pell stand for? It's
former Senator Claiborne Pell. Almost everything in financial aid is named after some sort of politician. There's the Perkins loan, and that's named after some politician, and the federal direct Ford student loan is after Gerald Ford.
Okay, all right. So this Pell Grant is an application that is based on my income of the previous year for me to apply.
Yes.
And that could lead me to a complete free education?
Well, possibly.
Okay.
And for an undergraduate, you can get the Pell Grant up to about, I think it's $5,700 a year right now. And if you're eligible for the state grant, the Cal Grant, you get I think $3,000 per term for that loan. For that grant or scholarship. So those two, the Pell Grant and the scholarship, and we also have a $5,000 Hispanic scholarship, and that would also go towards and possibly make your tuition and fee cost at JFKU minimal down to absolutely nothing being paid.
You know, I like that. Así que un punto que yo quiero aclarar para los que nos están oyendo en español, de que la universidad tiene programas, especialmente el programa que acabamos de hablar con la señora Mindy, el Pell Grant son fondos del gobierno en el cual si uno califica asociado con el Cal Grant, que es otro fondo del gobierno, si uno califica a base de eso, y también la beca disponible para los latinos de $5,000 anual, uno puede decir que sería pagando 0 por año para estudiar, para adquirir nuestra carrera. Un certificado, un diploma. Para mí eso es algo ideal que debíamos de seguir hablando. Así que vamos a tomar una breve pausa y vamos a seguir con la plática con la señora Mindy, la directora de Financial Aid. Gracias.
¿Pensando en regresar a la escuela? Descubre la gama de posibilidades que te ofrece la Universidad John F. Kennedy, que celebra 50 años de transformar vidas y comunidades.
Puedes completar tu título de licenciatura en negocios, estudios jurídicos, salud pública, periodismo y psicología, o tus estudios de posgrado. Tenemos becas y ayuda financiera para que apliques este verano y otoño. Contamos con asesores de admisión que hablan español y están disponibles para guiarle a través del proceso de tu solicitud.
Para más información visita www.jfku.edu o llame al 1-800-696-5358.
Otra vez, bienvenidos al programa Tu Futuro está en tus manos con John F. K. University. Es un programa que tenemos aquí enfocados a proveerles a ustedes información educativa sobre los programas que se encuentran disponibles en la Universidad de John F. K. University. Esta mañana tenemos a la señora Mindy, que es la directora del Departamento de Financial Aid o Asistencia Financiera para Estudios. Sí, welcome back, Mindy, to our second half of the show. We were discussing the Pell Grant and the Cal Grant. Can you actually elaborate for us some of the questions that they ask in these applications? Because our audience, even myself, I would think, oh, they're going to ask me, what I eat for lunch. But what are the things that they do ask in these applications? Right now, we know that it's based on our last year's income. But what other things that I need to prepare to have ready beyond my, last year's taxes?
Well, when you complete the FAFSA, they're actually going to do a match with the IRS, and they'll take your last year's adjusted gross income, taxes paid, and they'll plug that into the FAFSA formula. Now, for many students who are actually 24 years or older, they're probably not working because they're going to school. So the less income you have, the better for you. So if you were just going to school in 2013, maybe taking out a student loan somewhere or just doing some odd jobs, working at Starbucks or whatnot, that income, because it's so low, it'll probably qualify you for the Pell Grant. Having a child, any kids, any dependents is also helpful. So, like I said earlier, the poorer you are, the better it is.
Right. So do I have to, I remember filling out applications before, and remember that I had to write a 250-word essay. Are there essays in these Pell Grant and the Cal Grant?
No, there's
Good.
there's no. But for the for the John F. Kennedy Hispanic Scholarship, we do ask you to write an essay. But
Okay.
you have plenty of time to put your thoughts together and to turn
Okay.
that into us.
So then the first thing that a new applicant or a new student coming to the university is, of course, go online.
www.fafsa.gov,
Or give you a call. At what number again?
925-969-3385.
And then that would start the application process for the tuition aid. But at the same time, I should also fill out the application to enroll in the program that I would like to begin my career with.
Yes.
Okay.
The John F. Kennedy Admissions Office can help you with that process.
Okay. But I should start possibly with you first for the tuition aid to see whether I'm going to be able to go to school and whether I can afford it.
Probably do both at the same time. I mean, if you
Perfect.
come into the Pleasant Hill office, we're just a couple doors down from the admissions. And usually the admissions people, if you're new, will walk you down to the financial aid
Okay.
office. And you can meet with one of our counselors.
Okay.
And don't
excellent.
forget the email works really well too, which is our finaid, FINAID, at jfku.edu.
Okay, excellent. I'm very excited about the opportunity that I can attend John F. K. University, start my career, or continue my
Yes.
career with the possibility of going to the university virtually free of the expenses. But I do have to pay for my books, right? Or how
you can pay for your books, and I know books at colleges and universities are extremely expensive nowadays, but I know there's a lot of online places you can get your books for a little bit cheaper. Or once you're enrolled, you start meeting fellow students, and maybe you can borrow a book from a student who's already taken the class you're in. The financial aid, you might get enough financial aid to cover the books.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so that was the question as well.
It depends. We have to do the personal packaging for you, and we can determine. There might even be some money left over for towards housing expenses as well.
Wow, that sounds even greater.
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, to me, this is an exciting opportunity for our Hispanic students who would be able to qualify based on their income the previous year. And the less we make, the more opportunity we have for the Pell and the Cal grant, as well as the Hispanic scholarship.
Yes.
Are there other scholarships that I can
There are other scholarships, and one thing about our office, we always like to be honest. A lot of the scholarships out there are very hard and arduous to get. You have to write a 500-word essay, and most people I know turn that off right away. I don't want to write an essay.
Right.
I know my son's starting to apply for colleges right now, and the last thing he wants to do is write another essay. So there are scholarships out there, and some of them are like $500 or $1,000. Again, some students don't think that's really enough money to apply. That's why our $5,000 Hispanic scholarship is really one of its kind in the area, because of the amount of money that we're able to give a student, and that really does put a dent into their tuition and fees.
Yeah. Así que otra vez, las oportunidades que se encuentran en JFK University, especialmente con esta beca, digamos, de el Cal and the Pell Grant, que así se llaman, Cal, C-A-L, y Pell es P-E-L, para aplicar. Esos son fondos que vienen del gobierno para ayudarnos a estudiar casi gratis, y de allí la beca que tiene también John F. K. University de $5,000 anual nos va a hacer fácil nuestros estudios, y como la señora Mindy acaba de comentar, que puede a ustedes también hasta que les van a ayudar a pagar por los libros, y de ahí tal vez asistencia para vivienda. Wow. So I just translated what you said, because to me this is a great opportunity for our students who are, who have said, I would love to go back to school, but I can't. I can't afford it. So this is an opportunity that is available here locally at JFK University.
And we offer one-on-one financial aid counseling. And the other thing I was just thinking about John F. Kennedy too, it's small. So if you're kind of coming back to college, or you're transferring in from a community college, our university is a small community, but it's great because you get to know the teachers, you get to know the instructors, you get to know fellow students.
Wow, to me, this is amazing. Otra vez, la oportunidad que se está ofreciendo con JFK, como acaba Mindy comentar, es que las clases son pequeñas, de 10 a 15 estudiantes. Así que la atención que los profesores le dan al estudiante es algo pues que está casi 1 a 1. Y de ahí la consejería que le dan a uno también para empezar sus estudios está disponible. Así que, por favor, no esperen, llamen, porque ahora ya no tenemos y perdón si les voy a decir esto, pero ya no tenemos la excusa de decir no hay fondos. Vamos a tomar otra breve pausa y vamos a seguir con la plática con Mindy. Gracias.
¿Pensando en regresar a la escuela? Descubre la gama de posibilidades que te ofrece la Universidad John F. Kennedy, que celebra 50 años de transformar vidas y comunidades.
Puedes completar tu título de licenciatura en negocios, estudios jurídicos, salud pública, periodismo y psicología, o tus estudios de posgrado. Tenemos becas y ayuda financiera para que apliques este verano y otoño. Contamos con asesores de admisión que hablan español y están disponibles para guiarle a través del proceso de tu solicitud.
Para más información visita www.jfku.edu. o llame al 1-800-696-5358.
Otra vez regresamos aquí al programa Tu futuro está en tus manos con John F. K. University. Seguimos con la plática con la señora Mindy, directora del Departamento de Financial Aid, ayuda financiera en la Universidad de John F. K. University. Mindy, this is exciting because, as I was telling our audience, we no longer have an excuse to say we can't afford it because we can. The opportunities and the commitment that the student needs to make is there. All they need to do is to get in touch with you.
Yes, and we'll basically walk you through the process. We'll hold your hand. And as I stated earlier, just give us a call. Our number is 925-969-3385, or email is finaid, FINAID, at jfku.edu. Or what was the other one? I forgot.
Which one?
Call, email.
Yeah, or our address.
Address 100 Ellenwood Way in Pleasant Hill, California. We are where it used to be Chevy's, is how I tell people where we're located.
Así que se conocen Chevy's, that's where we are.
And the other thing, I know at many colleges, we have free parking, and you can park right out in front. So you're not going to have to walk miles or park in a neighborhood that's far away.
I also, because I want us to emphasize, this process with the Cal and the Pell Grant. But it is, again, the opportunity, because you made reference to the small classes. And I think that that's very important for students that are coming back, right, who have taken a hiatus because of personal or other reasons that now they can come back to school. And we are accepting applications now, because our fall begins on October the 8th. Is that correct?
I think the 6th.
Okay, the 6th or the 8th.
Okay.
Be there on the 6th, just in case. And so there's time for you to apply. There's time for you to really consider taking that next step in applying and taking advantage of not only the Cal and the Pell Grant, but also the Hispanic scholarship, which is for $5,000, which also Mindy stated that almost all of the others are about $1,000, $2,500, but the one that we are offering at JFK is for $5,000.
Yes.
It's an amazing opportunity. So once again, the Cal and the Pell, what do I need to do?
Well, the Pell Grant you can apply for now at www.fafsa.gov, G-O-V. And the Cal Grant, you can start applying for the Cal Grant between the upcoming January 1st through March 2nd is the months that you can apply for the Cal Grant, and that would apply for the following year.
Okay.
Some students may have already applied for a Cal Grant this past March 2nd, so they would know if they are eligible for that, and if they are, they can call us and we can help them process that money. Or if they're not sure, call us and we can go into the Cal Grant database to see if you're eligible.
What about the Pell?
Pell Grant, you can apply online at fafsa.ed.gov, fafsa.ed.gov, G-O-V.
Okay.
And you can apply for that 24 hours a day. They're always open, and you'll need your social security number, and really basic information, your address, phone number, cell phone number. If you have any assets, they don't ask for your house value. If you're in California, if you do have the opportunity to own a house, we know they're very expensive. So the house is not included as part of the assets on the FAFSA.
Okay.
So they're just looking at other types of investments. If you have a lot in savings but a lot of our students they're coming in to go to school so they can learn how to make some money. They're not usually coming in with a lot of money. So we are able to help students who get through school who don't have a lot of money. And like I said earlier, about 80% of our student body is on some form of financial aid.
That's fantastic. Now, for the Hispanic scholarship, what do they need to do for that?
They can go online at www.jfku.edu, go into admissions, and then go into the financial aid office website, and there's an application. You can complete it and scan and mail it to us, scan or email to us. You can also fax it to us. Our fax, 925-969-3390, or you can even do it the old-fashioned way and snail mail it to our office at 100 Ellinwood, ELLINWOOD Way, Pleasant Hill, California, 94523, or you could even walk it in.
That's what I was going to say.
We're on the second floor, and we hope you come visit our building. It's really a unique, almost mellow location where we are in Pleasant Hill.
You know, to us, as far as our objective of providing up information to our audience, this to me has been one of the top, because it is letting us know that we are able to, we can afford it. So we no longer have the reason, I won't say excuse, we don't have the reason for saying we can't, because it is available. Así que estos programas que están disponibles en la Universidad de John F. K. University son para todos. El programa de Cal y Pell son programas del gobierno, el cual uno al fin del estudio no los tiene que pagar. Eso para mí es maravilloso, porque uno no tiene la deuda, como hoy en ahora, de que dicen que estudiantes han tomado 20 años para pagar sus deudas que por los estudios. Estos programas, si uno califica, a base de la entrada de recursos que uno ha tenido el año anterior, y ella dice, entre menos uno tenga, pues mucho que mejor, porque uno puede calificar. Y de ahí también la oportunidad con la beca disponible para los hispanos de parte de John F. K. University por $5,000 están disponibles. Así que es algo que debíamos de tomar ventaja. So Mindy, what else would you like to say to our audience as far as the scholarships that are available via the Pell Grant and the Cal Grant?
Just don't be afraid to apply for them. You'd be surprised at how people are actually eligible for these. And if, like I said several times, if you need help, our office is there to help you. And you don't ever really need to make an appointment. If you can walk in or call, we pretty much take you right there on the spot and have someone talk with you. So, and you have a lot of students who are in the same boat you are. They're a little afraid of coming back to school, or just intimidated by the college experience, and that's not us. We're a very warm community.
I resonate with that, because I think it is. It is. As far as I'm concerned, you come in and people are there with a great smile greeting you. One thing I do want to ask you before I do forget is, if I am a student, I'm going to apply for both the Cal and the Pell Grant. And I'm also applying, right? So I've selected that I want to study liberal arts, as an example. When am I going to be notified that I do have the Pell or the Cal Grant, or both?
Well, the Cal Grant, if you applied by March 2nd, 2014, we can find out if you're eligible.
But I'm applying now.
If you're applying now, you probably will need to apply for the Cal Grant for the following fall, which you'd apply between January 1st and March 2nd, 2015. As far as the Pell Grant, that's a year-round grant. You can apply now. And we're hitting our busy time of season. We're trying to probably get our packages done between 2 to 4 weeks. For new students, I know we try to make them a priority, because the continuing students kind of know what they're doing, know the drill.
Excellent. So I will have a little bit of a wait about one of them as to whether I do qualify. So then that poses another question for me. So if I apply for next year, that would be then for 2014 income.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So these are programs, once again, that are available at JFK. I think the opportunity is there for us to take advantage. The opportunity is there for us to take that first step. Así que otra vez, aquí con la señora Mindy, nos ha dado un entendimiento, una explicación sobre los programas que están disponibles a base del Pell y el Cal Grant, que son fondos que vienen del gobierno directamente, calificándonos a nosotros para seguir nuestros estudios. Y es dinero que no se paga. Así que uno puede tener su estudio casi más o menos, dicen, gratis. Y como ella también comentó, que puede también que haya dinero para los libros y también para vivienda. Y de ahí también tenemos la Hispanic Scholarship para los hispanos de $5,000 anual. Es algo pues para nosotros un orgullo para proveer esta clase de becas que están disponibles en JFK. Así que otra vez, muchas gracias, Mindy, thank you very much. Vamos a tomar otra breve pausa y vamos a regresar en unos segundos.
¿Pensando en regresar a la escuela? Descubre la gama de posibilidades que te ofrece la Universidad John F. Kennedy, que celebra 50 años de transformar vidas y comunidades.
Puedes completar tu título de licenciatura en negocios, estudios jurídicos, salud pública, periodismo y psicología, o tus estudios de posgrado. Tenemos becas y ayuda financiera para que apliques este verano y otoño. Contamos con asesores de admisión que hablan español y están disponibles para guiarle a través del proceso de tu solicitud.
Para más información visita www.jfku.edu o llame al 1-800-696-5358.
Así que otra vez queríamos ya despedirnos. Gracias por estar con nosotros en tu programa, en el programa de Tu Futuro está en tus manos, aquí con JFK University. Así que muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. Otra vez, si tienen preguntas, por favor llamen al estudio o nos llaman a la universidad. Y también si quieren temas que no quieren que nosotros hablemos o nos enfoquemos, por favor, mándanos un correo electrónico a tufuturo@jkefudu. Así que por favor, muchas gracias y estamos disponibles para servirles. Nos vemos en 2 semanas. Adiós.
La Universidad John F. Kennedy presentó su programa El futuro está en tus manos, con la conducción de la doctora Yuri Castro.